Yes, today was actually the pre-release of Magic the Gathering Final Fantasy, and I was able to go to my local comic book store and pick that up. Let me put on some Final Fantasy music. There we go. Hopefully you guys can hear that. Okay. Now, they were saying online that a lot of comic book stores and secondhand realtors were selling the pre-release kits for than far more than what they are worth. Apparently, they are worth, I believe it was 35. Now, I paid 45 for this, but that's understandable because some places do, add additional, $5 or $10. But, excuse me, my local comic book store, even though they charged me $10 more than the suggested retail price, they threw in two free booster packs with the purchase. So really, they sold it to me for regular price. You know what I mean? It's like you're starting disc one all over again. Yo, true, true. So we'll go ahead and start with this pre-release kit. And essentially, a pre-release is that you purchase the kit, and then you build a 40 card deck based off of the cards that are only in the kit and whatever lands that you could, like, obviously not. You usually have 17 lands for your pre-release deck, but there are not 17 lands in this pack, so you can use lands from other older editions or something. You just bring those in and then play with the cards that are just, as long as they're not lands, they have to be from here. Anyway, let's open this up, shall we? Pull that tab there. It says, "Answer the call of the crystals." There we go. And that looks like that actually looks like what's his name from the first Final Fantasy game? I'm blanking on his name. The one that becomes Chaos. I don't know. And of course, you got some tokens here, some magic tokens and +1/+1s. Got some down there as well. Let's see. I believe you slide this out. There we go. Just making sure I have everything right. Okay, cool, cool. We will put that. Oh, that's not going to work, is it? We'll slide it right. No, stop it. Do the thing that I told you to do. You know what? Heck it. Get out of here. Anyway. All right. Final Fantasy. There we go. I got 2 hits on him already. There we go. Cool. And the pre-release kit comes with a D20 as a what they call a spin down. This is the health bar for your physical game. It looks like I got the green one. Cool beans, cool beans. Put that there. And let's see. These are the instructions. Nice little art there. And this is instructions on how to do a pre-release. Like I said, you have 17 lands from whatever deck you want. And you choose the number of cards relevant to how much mana they cost. Right. Put that there. Got a nice divider there with, I believe that's from the first one. Yeah, I think this is all from the first one. Okay. We got the pre-release promo card, which is Ultima from Final Fantasy 16. Origin of Oblivion. Flying. When Ultima attacks, put a blight counter on the target land for as long as that land is a blight counter on it. It loses all land types and abilities and has tap add whichever whichever colorless. Yeah. Whenever you tap a land or colorless, add an additional colorless. When I mean colorless, it's I believe the diamond means any color you want, essentially, because this is a colorless card. So it can be black, can be green, could be red, whatever you choose, or whatever you're playing with. So yeah, we got Ultima Origins of Oblivion. Nice little holographic foil. Cool. Put that there. And it comes with, I believe, six play boosters. So we got a total of 8 play boosters that we get to open, which is a heckin' lot, if you ask me. I don't think there's anything else in the box. Yeah. So that's what we get to do today. Sorry, I had to drink some coffee. Yeah. There we go. Okay. Get my handy dandy scissors. Now, Basil, I don't remember. Did you say that you played Magic a while ago, or you've never played Magic? Hoping they have an elemental materia as a card. I don't know, because I've only seen a few cards. I haven't seen all of the cards yet. I was looking at a few cards, but not all of them. Hello there, Not. How are you? Is the only one you've played, you think you still have it downloaded? Nice. Arena? Okay. Position myself properly so I can show you guys and read them at the same time. Got Weapons Vendor, Haste Magic, Shinra Reinforcements, a Town Greeter. I was looking at this card before. It looks pretty cool. When this creature enters mill 4 cards, you may put a land card from among them into your hand. If you put a town card into your hand this way, you gain 2 life. I like that. We got Ice Magic, Blizzard, Blizzara, and Blizzarga. Lunanic Pandora, which is from 8. White Orosite for 14. Nice. Vanadil Adventures. This one, if you would draw a card while your library has no cards in it, you win the game instead. That's pretty cool. Like if you're hoping to just use up your entire deck and you play this card so that you can use up your deck and then win the game instead of losing it. Clash of the Icons. Elixir. Random Encounter. Let's see. Winwu White Mage from Final Fantasy II has Vigilance, Lifelink. Whenever you gain a life, you put a 1/1 counter for each cleric you control. We got Holographic Summon Shiva. That's pretty cool. I like that. Doesn't she? Yeah. I thought she had a flip card, but I think that's probably the rare version. Basic Lands Plains. It looks like it's from 15, where you push the car, and of course a hero and wizard token. Not bad, not bad. I like it. Number 2. So they have from other games of the series, not just 7. Yes. What they did is that they have at least 10 cards for each game, each of the numbered games, 1 through 16. And then for Final Fantasy 6, 7, 10, and 14, because they're the more popular games, they gave them an extra, I think, another 10 to 15 cards. So yeah, so you'll see at least 10 per game. I think Final Fantasy 2 has like 11 cards. One has like 10 cards or something, 12 cards, I think. I don't know. Yeah, Sid has a dozen different versions of the same card. Yeah. That's how they get away with it. All right. Magitech Infantry from 15. I've not played 15, so I not sure what that means. Dreams of Laguna. I was looking at this one. This one's pretty cool. It's from 8. Surveil 1, then draw a card. To surveil 1, look at the top card of your library. You may put it into your graveyard. Again, that's a good way of using the volatile one, where if you use up your entire library, then you win the game. Warrior Sword. It's a job select. It's from Final Fantasy 1. I'll have to learn more about job selects. Cornered by Black Mages. Sorcery. Target opponent sacrifices a creature of their choice. A Gobu Gardener. It's a creature plant beast. We saw a different version in the arena game where you can use your creature as a land card instead of a creature card, but that's essentially what that is. The Shogin from 14. Whenever you cast a non-creature spell, if at least 4 mana has spent to cast it, put a 1/1 counter on this creature, and it can't be blocked for this turn. From Final Fantasy V, Bart's Klauser. Legendary creature, human warrior. Whenever a non-human creature you control attacks, look at the top 6 cards of your library. You may put a human creature card from among them onto the battlefield tapped and attacking. It gains indestructible until the end of turn. Put the rest of the cards at the bottom of your library in random order. Judge Master Gabraneth from 12? Yeah, 12. I've not played 12. Opera Love Song from 16. Let's see. Choose one to exile the top 2 cards of your library. You may play those cards until your next end step. One or 2 target creatures each get +2/+0 until the end of turn. Delivery Moogle, flying. When this creature enters, search your library and or graveyard for an artifact card with a mana value of 2 or less. Reveal it and put it into your hand. If you search your library this way, shuffle the card or shuffle the deck. Yeah. Look, we got Ultimecia, Time Sorceress from 8. Whenever Ultimecia enters or attacks, Surveil 2, and we know what Surveil is. It's basically, looking at the cards. You may put them in your graveyard if you want to. At the beginning of your end step, you must pay a hecton to exile 8 cards from your graveyard. If you do, transform 7/7 ultimate. Transform, I guess, to 7/7 Ultimecia? Okay. Edgar, King of Figaro from 6. When Edgar enters, draw a card for each artifact you control. 2-headed coin. The first time you flip 1 or more coins each turn, those coins come up heads and you win those flips. Right. I don't know what that means, but I'm sure that's important. Oh, Ultimecia is a double-sided. Oh, yeah. Okay, there we go. I said Ultimecia, 7/7 Ultimecia. She flips into this one. Holographic is Blitzball. I can't stand Blitzball, but okay. Add 1 mana of any color. Okay. Treno, Dark City from 9. It's a land. This land enters tapped. Yeah, I've never liked Blitzball. And the hero and food token. That was my worst experience in 10 was to play Blitzball. I don't want to do it. I don't want to do it again. You can't make me. Waka is somewhere disappointed. We might get Waka in one of these booster packs. And then I'll laugh at him. Here we go. We got a Sabotender. Creature, plant, reach, landfall. Whenever a land you control enters, this creature deals 1 damage to each opponent. Damn. That's harsh.
Hello, I'm a nocturnal placental flying mammal, a member of the family of Pteroididae, or Pteroididnae. If you can't tell, I'm a bat! Yes, I am. And they used to call me Batty Coda.
We got one more coming.
Hello, I'm a nocturnal placental flying mammal, a member of the family of Pteroididae, or Pteroididnae. If you can't tell, I'm a bat! Yes, I am. And they used to call me Batty Coda.
This ain't fair. It's not fair. Yo, Keishi Max, thank you so much for those rage. I appreciate you. How are you guys doing this evening? How was your, what was it called again? Origami? How was origami? Hello there, Kaisho. How you doing? How you doing? Card games in this economy? I know, right? Reveal those tax deductions to us. Yeah, I'm trying. We did get Ultima as our promo card from Final Fantasy 16. That's pretty cool. And we got a green spin down die. And we are opening the pre-release packs. As I said before, the apparently the second or the third hand game stores or whatever we're charging a heck ton of these for a heck ton of these. Like, I guess the retail price is 35, right? And well, my local comic book store was charging 45 because obviously, it's okay to charge like 5 to 10 more so that they can make money. I understand that. But what my comic book store did is that they included 2 free booster packs with the purchase. So even though it was $10 more, got 2 free booster packs with it. So in a sense, I got a discount. Now there are other places that are charging like $75 to $100 for just the box. You know what I mean? So I'm very, very grateful for my local comic book store. But yeah, we've been opening a few packs and having a good time. How was your games? How was your origami game? Did you kill anybody? To kill anybody? But yeah, we've been going through them. Undercity Dire Rat from, I want to say that's 12. I've not played 12. Chocobo Kick. Sorcery Kicker. Return a land you control to its owner's hand. I don't understand that. You may return a land you control to its owner's hand in addition to any other costs as you cast this spell. Target creature you control deals damage equal to its power to target creature an opponent controls. If this spell was kicked, the creature you control deals twice that amount of damage instead. I'll have to read up on that because I am very confused by that card. Another Dreams of Laguna. Another Magitech Infantry. Monk's Fist. Job Select. Grain Pulse Ochu. Creature, Plant, Beast, Death Touch. 8 lands until the end of turn. This creature gets 1/1 for each permanent card in your graveyard. Ooh. Gladius Armicta. I've not played 15. I'm sorry. 13 from Final Fantasy 13. Shambling Sidith, Mutant Horror. Ad break in progress, so we'll pause it right there until the ad is over. Okay. The ad is over. Let's see. Chocobo Racetrack. Artifacts. Landfall. Whenever a land you control enters, creates a 2/2 green bird creature token with, quote, whenever a land you control enters, this token gets 1 + 0 to the end of turn. Nice. Yo, we got Quistis. Who is my favorite female character in all of Final Fantasy. Legendary creature, human wizard. Blue magic. When Quistis enters, you may cast target instant or sorcery card from the graveyard, and mana of any type can be spent to cast that spell. If that spell would be put into the graveyard, exile it instead. Nice. I like it. Yo, we got Dion, Bahamut's Dominant. Dragonfire Dive. During your turn, Dion and other knights you control have flying. When Dion enters, create a 2/2 white knight creature token. And then that to exile Dion and then return it to the battlefield transformed under its owner's control. Activate only as a sorcery. You gotta flip it over. Bahamut, Warden of Light. As this saga enters and after your draw step, add a lore counter. Wings of Light, put a 1/1 counter on each other creature you control. Those creatures gain flying until the end of turn. That happens twice. And then the third one, Giga Flare, destroy target permanent, exile Bahamut, then return it to the battlefield, front face up. Nice. Our holographic is a White Maid's Staff, which is an artifact. Job select. Let's see. Town, a barren airstrip kingdom from 9. And a creature and elemental token. Making progress, making progress. Some Final Fantasy 14 raid music for you, by the way. Let me find a spot for this. Just stick them back in the box, right? That's how you deal with the wrappers. Stick them back in the box. Okay. Come on. Get out of there. Get out of there. Looks like another item shopkeep, but this one's for red. A Malaboro. Creature, plant, horror, bad breath. When this creature enters, each opponent discards a card, loses 2 life, and exiles the top 3 cards of their library. God damn. That's a harsh one right there. Bard's Bow, artifact. Nice, nice. Rook Turret from 14. I believe it's the Machinist turret. Flying, whenever another artifact you control enters, you may draw a card. If you do, discard a card. Aerith Rescue Mission. Choose one. Take the elevator. Create 3 1/1 colorless hero creature tokens. Or you can take 59 flights of stairs. Tap up to 3 target creatures. Put a stun counter on one of them. If a permanent with a stun counter would become untapped, remove the stun counter instead. So it's just, delaying its next attack to another turn. Magic Pot. Another White Mage Staff. Omega Heartless Evolution. Tifa's Limit Break. What? Tiered, choose 1 additional cost. Somersault. Target creature gets 2/2 until the end of turn. Meteor slots. Double target creature power. Double target creature's power and toughness until the end of turn. Final Haven. Triple target creature's power and toughness until the end of turn. Nice.
Singing in the rain, now I'm feeling no pain. It's a real time for celebrating, 'cause you're my zing.
You see a Tifa, you sub. Yo, Keishi, thank you so much for the 62 years of sub. I appreciate that. And thanks for the raid, by the way. Looks like we got Graha Tia, legendary creature, cat archer. He's got reach, obviously. The Allegan Eye. Whenever one or more other creatures and or artifacts you control die, draw a card. This ability triggers only once each turn. Okay, so basically once a turn. Okay, so as long as if a creature or artifact dies, you can draw a card, but only one card per turn. Okay. Side quest: catch a fish. Enchantment. At the beginning of your upkeep, look at the top card of your library. If it is an artifact or creature card, you may reveal it and put it into your hand. If you put a card into your hand this way, create a food token and transform this enchantment. Oh, that's evil. Diabolical? Yo, true. Let's see, Midgar, City of Mako. Land town, but you can either use it as a land or a sorcery. Sorcery is you may sacrifice an artifact or creature. If you do, draw 2 cards. Damn. The holographic is Rufus Shinra. Whenever Rufus Shinra attacks, if you don't control a creature named Dark Star, create Dark Star, a legendary 2/2 white and black dog creature token. Got planes and a hero Moogle token card. You get up there. Get up there. Come on, squeeze it. There we go. All right, cool. We got another warrior sword. Cool. Another cornered by black mages. Another Gobu gardener. Cool. Scorpion sentinel from 7. As long as you control 7 or more lands, this creature gets +3/+0. Holy crap. Damn. Okay. Coral. I was looking at this one before. This one's actually pretty cool because it deals directly into what corals actually do. It's a creature, cat, beast. Tap plains and other land. Tap target non-enchantment creature. Basically, because a coral stuns, it has a tendency to stun your opponent. Basically, stun you when you're playing the game. So it kind of like gives you kind of like a paralysis. You can use this to tap an opponent's card creature, so that they are stunned until the next turn, or unless they're healed, taken, untapped or whatever. Is there one deck per game? Basically, a regular game is 40 cards per deck, and you're playing against another person who has 40 cards, unless you're playing Commander, which is 100 cards, but that's a longer game. Instant ramen from 15. Artifact food flash. When this artifact enters, draw a card. You can tap 2 lands, sacrifice this artifact, you gain 3 life. So it's a food token. Yeah. Well, not a token, but it's food. Another magic pot. Shadowbringers. It's an instant. This spell cannot be countered. Counter target's non-creature spell. So it's basically just a counter spell. Unexpected request. Sorcery. Gain control of a target creature until the end of turn. Untap that creature. It gains haste until the end of turn. You may attach an equipment you control to that creature. If you do, unattach it at the beginning of the next end step. Travel the overworld. Sorcery. Affinity for towns. This spell costs 1 less to cast for each town you control. Draw 4 cards. Orin's Inspiration. Instant attack. Creature gets +2/+0 until the end of turn. And flashback. The Earth Crystal. Legendary artifact. Green spells you cast cost 1 less to cast. If one or more 1/1 counters would be put on a creature you control. Oh, thanks for the follow. I appreciate that. Twice that many 1/1 counters are put on that creature instead. And then for 2 force and 4 other lands, distribute 2 1/1 counters among 1 or 2 target creatures you control. Yo, Otter, how's it going? That's perfectly okay there, Otter. I hope you're doing well. I know how it is on out there on Twitch, lurking and then thinking you follow people when you didn't. It's okay. Hecht Eyes. Creature ooze horror. When this creature enters, each opponent discards a card. Damn. So it's holographic. We got a holographic land. Basic land island. And we got an art card of Red 13, aka Naniki. That's cool. Yay. You beat all the bosses of Elden Ring Night Rain. That's awesome. Number 1. Number 2, I don't play Elden Ring. I'm sorry. But so essentially, I don't know how difficult that is, but I'm assuming since it is Elden Ring, it's by default very difficult. 8 major bosses for expeditions. Gotcha. So I assume that it took you a while. But I'm proud of you. Good job. The more important question is that were you looking good when you did it? Were you looking fabulous? Oh no, it's Sephiroth's intervention. Instant, destroy target creature, you gain 2 life. No! No! Where's Aerith when you need her? You got the Artorias armor for Wilder. I hope I'm pronouncing that right. Awesome sauce. Let's see, Light of Judgment, instant. Light of Judgment deals 6 damage to target creature. Destroy up to 1 equipment attached to that creature. Damn. Giant Toad. Creature frog. As long as you control 7 or more lands, this creature gets a +2/+2. It's pretty big. Let's see. Stuck in the Summoner's Sanctum. Flash. It's an enchantment or a flash enchant artifact or creature. When this aura enters, tap enchanted permanent. Enchanted permanent doesn't untap during this controller's untap step, and its activated abilities can't be activated. So basically, it's a counter to a creature, I think. You put this on the creature, and it does nothing. It does nothing. You're not alone. From 9, instant. Target creature gets 2/2 until the end of turn. If you control 3 or more creatures, it gains 4/4 until the end of turn instead. Damn. Got another instant ramen. Got another white orosite. We got a Tonberry. Where's Deagle when you need him? Creature, Salamander Horror. This creature enters tapped with a stun counter on it because they're slow as heck. Chef's Knife. During your turn, this creature has first strike and death touch. Damn. Zidane, Tentaclous Thief. When Zidane enters, gain control of target creature an opponent controls until the end of turn. Untap it. It gains lifelink and haste until the end of turn. Whenever an opponent gains control of a permanent from you, create a treasure token, because he's a thief. Sleep Magic. Enchanting a creature. Side quest Hunt the Mark. When this enchantment enters, destroy up to 1 target creature. We got Summon Bahamut. Mythic. As Saga enters, and after your draw step, add a lore counter, sacrifice after 4. Let's see, destroy up to 1 target non-land permanent. You do that twice. Draw 2 cards. And then the 4th one is Mega Flare. This creature deals damage equal to the total mana value other permanents you control to each opponent. Damn. That's a harsh one right there. We've got a holographic Aerith rescue mission. Insomnia Crown City. And a hero food token. Awesome sauce. So I believe those were from the pre-release kit. So you get all of those with that pre-release kit. Awesome sauce. But we still have 2 more. We got Paladin's Arms. It's a job select equipment artifact. Got another Sabu Tender. Got another Cornered by Black Mages. Commune with Beavers. Say what? What? Sorcery. Look at the top 3 cards of your library. You may reveal an artifact, creature, or land card from among them and put it into your hand. Put the rest on the bottom of your library in any order. We're talking to beavers, man. We're talking to beavers. Call the Mountain Chocobo. Search your library for a mountain card. Reveal it. Put it into your hand, then shuffle. Create a 2/2 green bird creature token with whenever a land you control enters, this token gets 1/0 until the end of turn. Another Blitz Ball. No! Loporrit Scout. Creature, Rabbit Scout. Whenever another creature you control enters, this creature gets 1/1 until the end of turn. Titus, Blitzball Star. Whenever an artifact you control enters, put 1/1 counter on Titus. Whenever Titus attacks, tap a target creature an opponent controls. Phantom Train from 6. Trample, sacrifice another artifact or creature, put a 1/1 counter on this vehicle. It becomes a spirit artifact creature in addition to its other types until the end of turn. Ring of the Luci, legendary artifact. Side quest, raise a chocobo. When this enchantment enters, create a 2/2 green bird creature token with whenever a land you control enters. Its token gets 1/0 until the end of turn. At the beginning of your first main phase, you control 4 or more birds. Transform this enchantment into the black chocobo. Ooh, Ninja Blades from 14. Artifact, equipment, job select. Equipped creature gets 1/1. Is a ninja in addition to its other types, and has, whenever this creature deals combat damage to a player, draw a card, then discard a card. That player loses life equal to the discarded card's mana value. Damn. That's harsh. We got battle menu, holographic. We got a swamp and a hero burb token. Damn. Do. I'm not even going to attempt to pronounce this guy's name. He's from Final Fantasy 3, and he looks like the eye creatures from all the other Final Fantasy games. The one-eyed winged creature, eye horror, flying death touch, sacrifice another creature or artifact, draw a card. The Blomb T-Rexor, yay! Trample. When this creature enters, you gain 3 life. Dragoon's Ravern. Flying this creature. When this creature enters, create a 1/1 colorless hero token. Gale Cat. Flying Vigilance. As long as you control 2 or more artifacts, this creature is +2/+0. Suplex. We got the train in the last pack, and now we got the suplex. Excuse me while I cough for a second. Let's see. Sorcery. Choose one. Suplex deals 3 damage to target creature. If that creature would die this turn, exile it instead. Damn. Or you can exile target artifact. We got another Shogun. Another Monkfish. Another Roofish Shinra. Another Unexpected Request. Another Orin's Inspiration. Crystal Fragments. Artifact equipment. Equipped creature gets 1/1. And then you spend 2 planes and 5 other additional lands. Exile this equipment. Then return it to the battlefield transformed under its owner's control. Activate only a sorcery or as a sorcery, which is this one. Summon Alexander. As this saga enters, and after your draw step, add a lore counter, sacrifice after 3. Prevent all damage that would be dealt to creatures you control this turn. That happens twice, and the third one, tap all creatures your opponent controls. Damn, that's awesome. Suplex the train, yes, exactly. We got Lindblom from 9 as a land town, so it can be used as a land or a instant. Create a 0/1 black wizard creature token with whenever you cast a non-creature spell, this token gets 1 damage to each opponent. Wow. Wow. We got a holographic Dragoon's Wyvern. Gungaga. We got Gungaga. Nah, look at that. We got Gungaga. This land enters tapped. And then tap it to add a mountain or forest. And we got a art card of Zidane, which is awesome. Alright, that is all of the play boosters that I had gotten today. I think we got some really good cards. I was looking, keeping in mind some really powerful uncommons and commons, but yo, Leo. Lael, thank you so much for the 200 bits. You did not have to do that, but I'm going to give you a shout out anyway.
Singing in the rain, now I'm feeling no pain. It's a real time for celebrating, 'cause you're my zing.
Mwahahaha. You can't control me.
I can't control you, but I never wanted to in the first place. Yo, Lael, thank you so much for the 55 years of sub. I appreciate you. If you guys aren't following Lael already, please do so. I know that some of you already know Lael, but for those of you who don't, please go and follow her at your earliest convenience. A fantastic streamer. But yes, those were all of the play boosters. What do I do now? Well, what I could do is open up one more pack that I had gotten at my local comic book store. I also not only picked up the pre-release pack, but also picked up a collector's booster. Can't lurk because you're on the phone, you're heading to bed. Good night. Yo, that's perfectly fine. Enjoy your phone call and then enjoy your sleeping. Now, for those of you who are unaware, the play boosters are different from the collector boosters because the collector boosters are, well, they're for collectors. They obviously cost more, and they have the chance of getting special cards, special holographic and Surge foil cards. So yeah, why don't we go ahead and snip that off and open that up, shall we? I don't think we need my scissors anymore, because this is the last thing we'll be opening. Oh, that's pretty cool. They have a they have a cat boy or a cat girl. Is it? Might be a cat girl as a hero creature token. All right, so let's have a look. See, we got a Gobu Gardener, awesome sauce. We got another Gungaga. This is awesome. Yo, Zach would be proud. We got Gungaga. Cornered by Black Mages. Awesome sauce. Tonberry. Holographic Tonberry. This is awesome. Ultros. Ultros. Oh no. It's the octopus from Final Fantasy 6. Exactly not. This better be a meme card. Let's have a read. Whenever you cast a non-creature spell, if at least 4 mana has been spent to cast it, tap target creature an opponent controls and put a stun counter on it. If if a permanent with a stun counter would become untapped, remove 1 from it instead. Okay. Forgive me for coughing. So, it's kind of like the coral. Okay, cool. Whenever you cast a non-creature spell, if at least 8 mana has been spent to cast it, put 8 1/1 counters on Ultros. Damn. Damn. That second one is heckin' awesome. So, you can ultimately have him at a 10/9 creature. Wow. I'm speechless. And he is an uncommon, by the way. Let's see. Radia's Return. This one's from 9. Choose 1 creature you control gets 3/3 until the end of turn. Or return up to 2 target permanence cards from your graveyard to your hand. Nice. Let's see here. We got Exdeath, Void Warlock. When Exdeath enters, you gain 3 life at the beginning of your end step. If there is 6 or more permanence cards in your graveyard, transform Exdeath to Neo Exdeath. Trample Neo Exdeath power is equal to the number of permanence cards in your graveyard. Damn. Summon Fenrir. Awesome. Crescent Fang. Search your library for a basic land card. Put it into your battlefield tapped, then shuffle. Heaven's Ward Howl. When you next cast a creature spell this turn, that creature enters with a additional 1/1 counter on it. And the third one is Elliptic Growl. Elliptic Growl. The text is very tiny. I'm sorry. Draw a card if you control the creature with the greatest power, or tied for the Draw a card if you control the creature with the greatest power, or tied for the greatest power. Okay, so basically, if you have the strongest creature on in game, in current turn, you can draw a card. Okay. Basic land wastes. Okay, that's a non-color, as a colorless card. Midgar, City of Mako. We've already read that, but that's awesome having it in holographic. Shadow, Mysterious Assassin from 11. Death Touch. Throw whenever Shadow deals combat damage to a player. You may sacrifice another non-land permanent. If you do, draw 2 cards, and each opponent loses life equal to the mana value of the sacrificed permanent. From 13, Kellis Rune Knight. When Kellis enters, discard any number of cards, then draw that many cards plus 1. Whenever 1 or more other creatures you control enter, if 1 or more of them enters from the graveyard or was cast from the graveyard, put a 1/1 counter on each creature you control. Got lightning. Got lightning. Army of one. First strike, trample, lifelink, stagger. Whenever lightning deals combat damage to a player until your next turn, if a source would deal damage to that player or a permanent that player controls, it deals double that damage instead. Got Stay With Me from 10. Whenever an opponent casts a spell, you may draw a card unless that player plays one. What? Okay. Whenever an opponent casts a spell, you may draw a card unless that player taps a land. Last one. Isengard, the Holy See. Oh, my favorite. This is where I have my house in 14. Excuse me while I cough because this is awesome. All right, land town. It is a plains card. Sorcery adventure. Return up to 2 target artifacts and or enchantment cards from your graveyard to your hand. That is awesome. And then food, hero token. I'm really glad that we got the Ishgard in holographic. My god, that's awesome. My night is made just for that. Alright, that was actually pretty awesome. Not gonna lie. But I believe we're done with opening because I don't have anything else to open. So essentially what I'll probably do is that they have different colored dyes with these pre-releases. I'll probably go on like eBay or something and pick up the rest of the colors like I did with the Lord of the Rings set.